Okay, I have here a stack of loose sketchbook paper. These are papers that I've used to blot paint on larger pieces like this. And as you can see, they're pretty various. I did do a post about this a while back called Loose Sketchbook Pages, where I took some of these and did things with them. And some of those are probably in this stack. But as you can see, they just have sort of basic paint on them without a whole lot of focus. So some of them are a little more playful. Okay, so I had the idea that I would take a stack of these and do more on the front side and also paint the back side. And then fold them into folios and bind them into a book, which then I would use as a sort of visual journal. So I'm going to start that process now. Okay, a couple of techniques that I'm finding really fun with my gel plate. And you can see I've been painting on it for a while, so I haven't cleaned it. One is using ordinary cheap craft paint and Tulip Slick paint, which is a sort of squeeze bottle dimensional paint. You can get it in a few different brands. Okay, so first I get the cheap craft paint out on the gel plate. And I'm going to brayer that out. Then I'm getting the Tulip Slick. Just check the, yeah, see that it's coming out of the bottle all right. And moving really quickly because I want thin lines here. I don't want to have real thick built up lines. Just doing a real quick spontaneous scribble. And then I'm taking a sheet of paper that already has some stuff on one side and I'm going to, a little stuff on the back side. I'm going to print it on this side. Comes out like that. And then I'm going to print it again. Same side. This time I'm adding a little more pressure to the brayer because there's less paint on the plate. I'll take a little more pressure to get it up. So we get that. You see that? And then maybe one more time. Okay. So I've got the whole sheet printed. This is a 9x12 sheet of paper. This is an 8x10 plate. But I got some pretty cool results there. Okay, another way that I use this plate, with which I'm having a great deal of fun, is my string technique. I've got these pieces of embroidery thread, which is so much fun to buy because it comes in all these different colors, but I don't do stitching with embroidery thread. So this is my excuse to buy it, and I can buy whatever colors I want because the color has nothing to do with the application. Let's see, this is the paper I'm starting with. Do I want to cover this side or do I want to cover this side? I don't know. Let's start with a color in any case. Let's start with something dark just to emphasize the technique. Payne's Gray. But I'm going to mix it with a little bit of retarder, which is a medium, an acrylic medium that retards the drying time. You can also use glazing medium, which kind of does the same thing. Okay. Where's my brayer? Ah, it's in the stuck it in my cup of water. Okay. Now you notice I did not wash off the palette before this next application, because I think you get pretty interesting stuff. If you're after something very specific and pristine, then you want to wash your plate between each application, and you can just do that with water or baby wipes or a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I kind of let it get messy and then clean it every 3 or 4 applications. Okay, string. I'm using string here as a mask. So we're going to get blue or Payne's gray wherever there isn't string. And we're going to get whatever was already on the paper where there is string. So this string is pretty wiggly. I call it string, it's embroidered floss. It's pretty wiggly, so it's hard to get like really straight lines, but you could get string that you could get straight lines with. You could also use waxed linen thread or run some embroidery floss through some beeswax, and that will give you some more control over placing it. I'm using it like this because I like this wiggly aspect to it. Okay, so this, I think I'm going to go ahead and cover that, even though I like it. Maybe I'll do it this way. See what happens. Huh. Okay, so I get this kind of interesting string thing going. Maybe I'll just do a little bit more down here. So I've got that. And I could do a ghost print over that. I'm going to take this piece of paper and just do the back side. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that is nice, isn't it? Ha. And then take the string off. And there's some more paint on the palette. And now I'm going to do a technique that jelly arts people call Plan B. I just saw it on their blog, so this isn't anything I made up. I just swiped it from them, but it's been fun. You take thick white paint from a tube, not fluid acrylics or craft acrylics. I'm just using Utrecht titanium white. This doesn't always work, so we'll just see. Roll that out. Okay. That might be a little thick, but I don't know. Give it a shot. Then, let's see, I'm going to take the reverse side of a piece that's already been painted on. Pick that up. And look at that subtle print you get there. I'm going to go ahead and do this on the same side. Different orientation. I like the layering you get when you just pick up a piece of paper, turn it around, and print it again. Ooh, look at that. See how it's coming up there? There's something about the thick paint that, ooh, yeah, that picks up all the previous paint on the plate. Now, how am I going to get that up? I don't know. Try something else. Maybe it has to go sort of on virgin paper. Is that virgin paper? Yeah. Close enough. It's not extra virgin paper, that's for sure. Oh yeah. I think that must be the key, that you have to pull it up on paper that hasn't already been painted on. So yeah, yet one more really cool thing from the jelly art plate.